It was at that moment the front doors flew open with a blinding white light that pierced the darkness and caused the creature to shrill with pain. Two silhouetted figures appeared out of the brightness and slowly walked inside. The pair approached the center of the room in a calm demeanor. The bank manager gave a sigh of relief and held his hands in praise at them. "Thank God," he muttered silently. "The police have come." The doors quickly closed behind the two, and the light vanished back into darkness. The man gawked at them with confusion, as he soon realized this was not the police. There was only these two, no cluster of law enforcers behind them. It was just a man and a woman, both dressed in dark clothing and ghastly in pale skin tone. The woman was strikingly beautiful. Like a tall, slender model, her short, jet black hair came to the neck and pointed out to either side of her lower cheeks. The black lipstick matched the dark, tight-fitting dress that seemed to shape all of her curves. The manager would have remained fixed on her if it wasn't for the man staring him down behind a pair of dark glasses. He sported a thin black top hat, a frock coat, suit and shoes, and held a twisted black cane of ominous design and mystery. The frightened man tried to speak to grab their attention, but before either one of them could hear him, the man with the black top hat slammed his cane to the ground. The sound was earth-shattering and reverberated throughout the whole room. The orb-like top of it opened like an eyelid and revealed a bright red light. It shone into every corner of darkness and undressed the room in its eerie gloom. The monster shrilled from the very light beaming into its many dark eyes. The people, too, were just as overwhelmed by the brilliance and shielded themselves from it. The pale woman gazed at the creature hovering high above and stretched out her hand. "What is it?" "Interesting," the Gothic man replied while stroking his thinly bearded chin. "A hydroctonite." "I thought they were a myth," the woman said in a sarcastic tone. "Not a myth, my dear," he quipped. "Just a rare sight for these modern times." "You told me you've never seen one before." "I never implied that," he said, easing a brow. "Had you been paying attention to my teachings, I simply stated that they are regarded as mythical creatures by those unfamiliar with the species." "I see." She hesitated for a moment and looked back with puzzlement. "By that, I take it, you are in fact referring to me. You talk in riddles, you teach in riddles, and you imply in riddles. It's like one riddle after another. Is it a normal teaching trait you've adopted, or just something you've honed over the years?" Bracing the bridge of his nose slightly with his left hand, a displeased sigh rushed out of him, and he motioned with the cane clenched in his other hand toward the threat before them. "Yes, yes," she equally sighed back. "Focus on the task at hand." She stepped out close towards the being and moved her outstretched hand slightly farther. The motion forced the creature to look upon them both, as if she had a lasso around it and forced it to do her will. "It's afraid," she stated, continually holding out her hand. "It tries to resist. I think it's trying to fight me." "Use the power within, my dear," he replied in a commanding tone. "Lure it with the darkness it seeks, just enough, and then grab hold." "Yes," she hissed out slowly. The bank manager observed her eyes as they began to change color. He was in awe of how deep black they became, as if they slowly were replaced by darkness. The creature above also had become mesmerized by her stare. It could see its own reflection in them like a mirror. Her voice, an elegant British tone before, had now faded and deepened into some darker, sinister, echoing nightmare as she continued to speak. "It knows who you are. It knows why you've come. But it won't give them up to you without a fight." The darkly dressed man stood motionless as the woman turned to face him. The blackness in her eyes could not reflect his image, as if he was not even standing there looking back at her. With only a quiet sigh out of his nose, the man merely stepped closer and peered back with his darkly tinted glasses. "There will be no fight. You do not belong here, and you will let these people go." "No," the woman defiantly smirked. The creature had successfully merged its thoughts to the female host. "These ones are mine, and I will feast forever. Go and leave me alone, or I will take you and your companion as well."